3ds Max allows a camera to lock on and follow an object in a scene, irrespective of whether that object stays still or moves around. The technique can be used in a wide variety of situations. Anything from staying glued on watching someone walk down the street, to following a home run as it's crushed out of the park as your favorite team wins the baseball game. There's all kinds of different applications that can use the technique that we'll be demonstrating in this video. We'll show you how things work using a file named Camera Follow, which you can find in the Working Files folder for this chapter. Let's go ahead and play back our timeline. As you can see, the star-shaped object scoots from one corner to another as its color changes. Meanwhile, the scene's camera, which has been positioned in the middle of the window and looking down, just casually sits by, taking in the action but keeping its head pointing straight forward. We want to change that, so wherever in the scene the star goes, the camera will stay locked onto it, following it around. Here's how we can make that happen. We'll select the camera, then click on the Motion tab in the Command panel. About halfway down, you'll find a category called Look at Target. Listed directly underneath that heading is what the camera is currently looking at, its target. If we wanted to change that Look at Target, we'd simply click on Pick Target, then select some other object in the scene. Notice once you click on the star, the camera immediately focuses in on that location. If we now play things back, watch the way the camera stays locked onto that now moving object. So wherever the star goes, the camera continues to look in its direction. If we want the camera to again focus instead in the direction of its target, it's simply a matter of identifying in the motion column what we want it to look in the direction of. With the camera selected, we'll simply change the Pick Target target. Now, the target is located at the bottom middle part of our view. It's that little pink box. Why don't we instead, though, pick it from a list so we can show you that option? Go ahead and type H. When the Pick Object dialog opens up, simply double-click on the camera target entry. Now moving the star around, the camera pays no interest. It's back to worrying only about its target. Let's see how locking onto an object might work in a different example. This is a file named Camera Follow 2. It can be found in the Working Files folder. Let's go ahead and play back our animation. As you can see, the character walks across the view as the camera stays locked on looking straight ahead. Let's change that around. We'll first go back to frame 0. Well, we can do that by typing the Home key on the keyboard. With the camera icon not being visible within our viewport, let's select the camera going up to the upper left-hand corner. We'll choose the heading that says Camera 001, then drop down the list about 3/4 of the way down, choosing Select Camera. Okay, with our camera now selected, let's head back to the Command panel and get in the Motion column. Just like in our previous example, in the right-hand column, take note that the Look at Target is the camera target. Let's change that. We'll click on the Pick Target button, then click on the green object on the character's midsection. This now makes the biped's pelvis as the Look at Target. Playing things back, even though the character is moving from one side of the scene to the other, the green object, the character's pelvis as the Look at Target, stays centered within the view. So in essence, wherever the character is going, the camera's Look at controller has it locked on to its midsection. Let's instead change the Look at controller target to one of the character's red feet. Back on the right, we'll activate Pick Target, then in the scene, click on one of the red feet. Let's now play that back. Now, wherever the character's foot goes, the camera stays locked onto it, keeping it in the center of the view. Why don't we finish things up by taking the camera target back to its target? In the Motion column, we'll click Pick Target one last time, then hit H. Once the Pick Object dialog opens, we'll simply double-click on Camera Target. So there you go with using the Look at controller on a camera. When you have something in your scene that you want your camera to follow, now you know how to set it up.